Up next, it's Celebrity Weakest Link. Recognize these castaways?
It's driving me crazy right now.
Celebrity Weakest Link, NBC Next.
One of these 6 people could win up to $1 million tonight. The rest will be cast away as round by round they're voted off as the weakest link.
Welcome to a special edition of The Weakest Link. Any of the 6 people behind me could win up to $1 million for the charity of their choice. However, no man is an island. If they want to win the money, they'll have to work as a team. But 5 of them will not survive, as round by round, they vote off the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
Ramona, 30, Edison, New Jersey, chemist.
Gretchen, 39, Clarksville, Tennessee, mom.
Joel, 29, Green Bay, Wisconsin, health club consultant.
Sean, 31, New York City, neurologist.
Richard, 40, Newport, Rhode Island, motivational speaker.
Susan, 39, Palmyra, Wisconsin, truck driver.
Now, the rules in each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your $125,000 target within the time limit. The first round lasts for 2 minutes. We'll start with the player in the first position. That's Ramona. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ramona, in There's Something About Mary, who played Private Eye Pat Healy?
Pass.
Matt Dillon. Gretchen, which comic book hero appeared first, Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Correct. Joel, in music, Money for Nothing was a #1 song for which band?
The Beatles?
Dire Straits. Sean, Woodrow Wilson was at one time president of which Ivy League university?
Yale.
Princeton. Richard, the original Love Boat series was set on board a ship from what real-life cruise line?
Princess.
Princess Cruises. Correct. Susan,
Bank.
which Irish actor from The Haunting is married to Natasha Richardson?
Neil Young.
Liam Neeson. Ramona, in geography, which Texas city is home to the Alamo?
Galveston.
San Antonio. Gretchen, in which hand does the Statue of Liberty hold her torch?
The right.
Correct. Joel, which U.S. observance was established in 1872 to promote the preservation of trees?
Audubon Society.
Arbor Day. Sean, what A is the group of nations who fought against the Axis in World War II?
Can you repeat the question?
What A is the group of nations who fought against the Axis in World War II?
The Allies?
Correct. Richard.
Bank.
What grain is fermented to make the Japanese wine known as sake?
Rice.
Correct. Susan.
Bank.
In U.S. currency, 2 bits is equivalent to how many cents?
2 cents.
25 cents. Ramona.
Bank.
Which band recorded the hit song Eye of the Tiger for the movie Rocky III?
I don't know.
Survivor. Gretchen, what name for a standard typewriter keyboard is derived from the first 6 letters in the upper left row?
Corky.
QWERTY. Joel, in the film Castaway, what did Tom Hanks call his volleyball friend?
Wilson.
Correct. Sean.
Bank.
The Dallas Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls led by what quarterback?
Troy Aikman.
Correct, but you are out of time. And team, you banked a pathetic $4,000. That money will go through to the next round, but one of you will not. Who still has sand in their ears? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Richard is the strongest link in this round. Ramona is the weakest link, but will the votes follow the facts?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Rich.
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 Susan.
Rich.
Joel, why have you voted for Richard? Richard answered all of his questions correctly. Why do you want to get rid of him?
Well, doesn't everybody?
Susan, why Richard? Do you not like Richard?
I'm just tired of playing games with Richard.
Ramona,
Yes.
why have you voted for Rich?
He's the tallest guy on the podium.
That doesn't wash with me. Try again.
He's the gayest guy on the podium.
Statistically, Ramona, you were the worst player. But it's votes that count. Richard, with 5 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
You're the best, Annie. I knew why I was the first one gone. I was the first one gone because I'm the smartest player out of everybody that was up there. I think Susan will be next, no question. That hairdo has made her stupid.
Round 2, team. So far, you've banked $4,000. In your wisdom, you voted off the strongest link from the last round. So we'll start with the second strongest link. That's you, Gretchen. 15 seconds coming off the clock. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Gretchen, which classic horror story was written by Mary Shelley in 1816?
Frankenstein.
Correct, Joel. In government, who was director of the FBI for 48 years?
Hoover.
Correct. Sean, what actor provided the voice of Darth Vader in Star Wars?
James Earl Jones.
Correct. Susan, which is the only US state completely surrounded by water?
Hawaii.
Correct. Ramona,
Right.
in medicine, encephalitis refers to the swelling of which organ?
The brain.
Correct. Gretchen, on a bottle of sunscreen, what do the letters SPF stand for?
Don't know.
Sun protection factor. Joel, name for an Australian scholar, what M is the type of nut also known as Queensland?
Melbourne.
Macadamia. Sean, which author and lawyer wrote the novels The Firm and The Pelican Brief?
John Grisham.
Correct. Susan, located in Minnesota, what is the nation's largest shopping mall?
America. U.S. America.
No, I'll accept your first answer only. The correct answer is the Mall of America. Ramona, an alcoholic beverage which is 100 proof contains what percentage of alcohol?
80.
No, 50%. Gretchen, the Girl Scout handbook featured the first printed recipe for which marshmallow, chocolate, and graham cracker sandwich?
S'mores.
Correct. Joel.
Bank.
In business, the Latin phrase caveat emptor translates to what warning in English common law?
I have no idea.
Let the buyer beware. Sean, according to the Old Testament, what was the name of Adam and Eve's third child?
Seth.
Correct. Susan.
Bank.
In music, David Coverdale is the lead singer of which hard rock band?
CCR.
Time's up. The correct answer is Whitesnake. And in that round, you managed to bank $12,000. That money will go through to the next round, but one of you will not. Who's had no immunity against stupidity? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Sean is the strongest link. He got all of his questions right. Joel is the weakest link. The votes will be revealed when we return.
Welcome back to the weakest link. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Sue.
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 Joel.
Tell me, Ramona, why have you voted for Susan?
The hair.
Joel, why Susan?
I knew she was going to vote for me. It was my only chance.
Well, it's votes that count. Susan, with 4 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I got voted off because I'm second in line to be the most hated up on that panel. Wonder why?
Round 3, team. You have banked so far $16,000. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Sean, 15 seconds coming off the clock. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Sean, in Warner Brothers cartoons, Tweety Bird's archenemy is what lisping feline?
Sylvester the cat.
Correct. Ramona, what E is the native Arctic people whose earliest known settlement is Alaska's Aleutian Islands?
Eskimos.
Correct. Gretchen, in which country was actor Russell Crowe born?
Ireland.
New Zealand. Joel, in mythology, which flower is named for the Greek character who fell in love with his own image?
I don't know.
Narcissus. Sean, what boy is the only human character in the Winnie the Pooh stories?
I don't know.
Christopher Robin. Ramona, in parapsychology, what do the letters ESP stand for?
Pass.
Extrasensory perception. Gretchen, which New Orleans chef and Food Network star is known for exclaiming "Bam"?
Emeril Lagasse.
Correct. Joel, what Gloria Gaynor disco hit did VH1 crown as the #1 greatest dance song of all time?
I Will Survive.
Correct. Sean, after 85 years, aerospace giant Boeing is moving its corporate headquarters from which US city?
New York.
Seattle. Ramona, in anatomy, what circular opening in the eye is named for the Latin word meaning little doll?
Pupil.
Correct!
Bang.
Gretchen, in television, which actor has a recurring role? Time's up. You banked a pathetic $1,000. That money will go through to the next round, but one of you will not. Who's about to experience a little deja vu? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Sean is the weakest link statistically. Ramona is the strongest link. But Gretchen is the only player to bank any money, whose game is over now.
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Sean.
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 Ramona.
Joel, the one thing that shocks me, Joel, is that you seem unaware of a Greek character who fell in love with his own image. Why Sean?
He blew the cash. I mean, he's supposed to bank, man. You're supposed to bank.
Gretchen. Why Sean?
To be honest, I don't want to be up at the final 2 with Sean.
Thanks, Gretchen.
You think you're going to be in the final 2? Well, it is votes that count, with 3 votes. Sean, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think Joel will be the next one voted off because the women are going to clearly align against him.
Round 4, team. So far, you've banked $17,000. 15 seconds coming off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Ramona. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ramona, in astronomy, what former director of the Mount Wilson Observatory pioneered the theory of an expanding universe?
Galileo.
Hubble. Gretchen, which US president was the first to make an official visit to China?
Carter.
Richard Nixon. Joel, what is the 25th letter of the modern English alphabet?
Why?
Correct! Ramona, in terms of land area, which is the largest Canadian province?
Saskatchewan.
Quebec. Gretchen, in math, what is 1/2 plus 1/3?
Oh my God.
Is your answer I know?
I don't know.
5/6. Joel, Oscar-winning actress Angelina Jolie is the daughter of what Oscar-winning actor?
John Voight.
Correct. Ramona,
Thank.
what American beatnik poet wrote the epic poem Howl?
I don't know.
Allen Ginsberg. Gretchen, How many herbs and spices are there in the original recipe for Colonel Sanders' finger-licking good chicken?
Oh my God,
We're out of
26.
time. The correct answer is 11. And in that round, yet again, between you, the brain power is astonishing. You managed to bank $1,000. That money will go through to the next round, but one of you will not. Who's several coconuts short of a palm tree? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
In this round, Joel is the strongest link. Ramona is statistically the weakest link. We'll reveal the final elimination when we return.
Welcome back to the weakest link. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Joel.
Joel.
Ramona.
Ramona, why Joel?
Because I wanted a woman to win.
So we are talking sisterhood here.
Yes.
You're glad I thought of that. Well, it is votes that count. Joel, with 2 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
It's going to be close. I think Ramona's going to win. She's got that slight edge.
Round 5, team. So far, you've banked $18,000. Ramona and Gretchen, you have 1 minute, and whatever you bank in this round will be quadrupled and added to your total. You voted off the strongest link from the last round, so we'll start with the second strongest link. That's you, Gretchen. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Gretchen, who was the second president of the United States?
Oh my God. I don't know.
John Adams. Ramona, what Minnesota governor served as an announcer for the XFL?
Ventura.
Correct. Gretchen, what actress goes undercover as Miss New Jersey in the film Miss Congeniality?
Sandra Bullock.
Correct.
Bank.
Ramona,
Bank.
what company makes the popular video game system called Game Boy?
Sega.
Nintendo. Gretchen, in music, Fortunate Son and Proud Mary were hit songs for what 1960s band?
Mamas and the Papas.
Creedence Clearwater Revival. Ramona, what M is a wild duck whose male has a green head and is the ancestor of most domestic ducks?
I don't know.
Mallard. Gretchen, what actress finally won a daytime Emmy for the role of Erica Kane after losing 18 times?
Susan Lucci.
Correct. Ramona.
Bank.
In business, what restaurant chain specializes in frozen treats such as dilly bars and Mr. Misty drinks?
I don't know.
Dairy Queen. Time's up.
Dairy Queen?
And in that round, between you, you banked $3,500. We'll quadruple that. That means you have a grand total of $32,000. The final round will decide it all when we return to the weakest link. Welcome back to the weakest link. Gretchen and Ramona, you have made it to the final round. I'll ask alternating questions, best of 3. And this time, it's not the snake and the rat, but $32,000 up for grabs. Let's play the weakest link. Gretchen, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I'll go first.
Gretchen, on the television show Gilligan's Island, on what tiny ship did the castaways begin their ill-fated 3-hour tour?
The SS Minnow.
Correct. Ramona, which toy company introduced the Barbie doll in 1959?
Mattel.
Correct. Gretchen, what nautical unit of depth is equal to 6 feet?
A league.
No, fathom. Ramona, in the 1830s, which US gun maker invented the 6-shot revolver?
Smith.
No, Samuel Colt. Gretchen, in movies, The Pink Panther, The Great Race, and 24 other Blake Edwards films were all scored by which composer?
Bernstein.
No, Henry Mancini. Ramona, if you answer this question correctly, you have won. 4 of the first 5 US presidents were born in which of the original 13 colonies?
Virginia.
That is the correct answer. That means, Ramona, you are tonight's strongest link, and you go away with $32,000 for your charity. Gretchen, you have won nothing.
I definitely feel like I got some revenge because the last time the 6 of us were together, the outcome was the exact opposite. I was out first.
I just hate being stupid. I hate not knowing the answers.
Join us next time on The Weakest Link. Goodbye.
Watch for an all-new Weakest Link Monday at 8, 7 Central, here on NBC.